I travel around, Madam President, my state pretty often, and when I do, I hear a lot in Rhode Island about the sacrifices that people have had to make during what are, for our state, still very, very difficult economic times. We're still over 11% unemployment. Many of my constituents have adjusted to this difficult economic climate by cutting back on extras and finding savings in their personal lives wherever they can. But for our seniors, and Rhode Island has a very big population of seniors who live on a limited budget, simply cutting back is a very, very harsh option for them. In 2008, Rhode Island seniors on Social Security received an average monthly payment of about $1,100. $1,100 a month is not a lot to live on, particularly in the Northeast. I've heard from seniors who worry about keeping the heat on in their homes because oil prices are so high. I've heard from seniors who have to split pills or skip doses because their prescription costs are so high. And I'm hearing this from people who have worked hard all their lives, who paid into the system throughout their careers, and who believed that they would be able to grow old comfortably. And instead, many of them are really just scraping by on their Social Security benefits, and the benefits often no longer cover their daily living expenses. So for people in this situation, every penny counts. This past year, for the first time since 1975, Social Security recipients in Rhode Island and in New York and elsewhere did not receive a cost of living adjustment, or COLA. And it appears that they will not receive a cost of living adjustment, or COLA, in 2011 either. These yearly adjustments are dictated by a specific formula that is tied to inflation. And I know that because of the slow economy, inflation has been stagnant over the past 2 years. So the rigid mathematical formula that drives the cost of living adjustment does not presently provide for the cost of living adjustment that seniors need. This is a misfire in the cost of living calculation because it's based on a market basket that includes things that seniors don't buy a lot of, and it doesn't put adequate weight on heat and oil and energy and prescriptions and medical devices and things that seniors do spend a lot of money on. It also overlooks people like Chuck, who is a 67-year-old retiree from North Providence, Rhode Island, who wrote to me recently to express his concern that his monthly Social Security income will be frozen at its current level for yet another year. He wrote that regardless of what the COLA formula concludes, his cost of living continues to rise. Chuck says prices have risen at the supermarkets. Medications have also increased in co-payments. Today, I'm paying more and getting less for the dollar. Madam President, I believe that Chuck speaks for many American seniors when he expresses concern about the lack of an increase in Social Security payments. So today, I rise in support of the Emergency Senior Citizens Relief Act, introduced by my colleague Senator Sanders of Vermont. This bill would help ease the strain on the budgets of our seniors by providing a special one-time payment in 2011 of $250 to all Social Security recipients. In effect, it would be a COLA replacement. Although a $250 COLA replacement may not sound like much money, for those on a limited budget, the extra financial assistance provides a little extra peace of mind amid skyrocketing health care and prescription drug costs. And for seniors in New England, the payment can help keep the heat on through the approaching winter. And this assistance would not be unprecedented. While this was the first year in decades that seniors did not receive a COLA, we have taken steps in recent years to provide special help to seniors and to disabled Americans struggling through this recession. In 2008, I worked very hard with my colleagues to secure a $300 rebate for seniors and SSDI recipients in that year's Economic Stimulus Act. And in 2009, we again worked to make sure that the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act included a one-time $250 payment to seniors and SSDI recipients. We now have the chance to once again lend that helping hand to our seniors. Passing this bill would be the right thing to do for seniors, obviously, but it's also a good thing to do for our struggling economy. In Rhode Island, for example, the payments would inject more than $51 million into our economy, money that would quickly be spent on essential items like food and medicine. Madam President, as I said at the beginning, Rhode Island is hurting. Unemployment stands at 11.4%. Gas is now more than $3 per gallon, and our seniors face yet another year of frozen Social Security payments. By passing the Emergency Senior Citizens Relief Act, we can show our seniors that they are not forgotten, and in turn, provide a valuable boost to the local grocery stores, pharmacies, and shopping centers that remain such an integral part of our local economy. So I urge my colleagues to join me in standing by our nation's seniors and to support the Emergency Senior Citizens Relief Act.